What's up, everybody? Once again, my name is Matt, and welcome back to Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Yeah, I know, it feels weird to be back here, but, I mentioned that there was a glitch in this game that allowed you to beat the game in, like, under 10 minutes if you're pretty practiced at it, and a few of you guys wanted to actually see me, do that during the LP, and I said maybe I would do it after and just kept putting it off and putting it off, so today, I'm finally going to do it. Now, in order to complete this glitch, you actually need to have hero mode in save file 1, nothing in save file 2, and a completed save file in save file 3. Once you do that, just launch your hero mode save file like normal, and go through to pretty much the point where you leave the, Knights Academy, and then we can actually start getting into the glitch itself. So there is a little bit of like setup required. You do need to go through a couple of tutorials here and there, but otherwise it's pretty quick to set up. Now you can do this in under 7 minutes if you're like pretty good at it. I haven't actually done this glitch in a while, so I'm going to assume it's going to take me a little bit longer, and also I'm not just like the greatest at movement in general, so I'm gonna guess that I can probably do it in like 10 minutes, but we'll see how it goes. So, yeah, we're just going to talk to Instructor Horwell like normal. He's going to give us the lowdown of, like, some control stuff. It's kind of funny because the game knows you're playing on hero mode, but it still insists on giving you the basic tutorials, which is odd because, you can't even play on hero mode unless you've already beaten the game. So, a little bit redundant to give us tutorials after the fact, but, whatever. What can you expect? Alright, so once we actually, like, gain the ability to jump over that gap, we'll start performing the glitch as you were. Now, like Instructor Horwell said, on hero mode, you do take double damage, and believe it or not, that actually is important to this glitch. So, we're going to sort of demonstrate that in just a second here. There's not a whole lot of areas where you can take damage in Skyloft early on, but thankfully, right up here, there just so happens to be an area where we can take some fall damage. So if we jump off of this pillar, yeah, we'll take our fall damage right there. And since we are in hero mode, we take 2 hearts of damage instead of 1. So let me just, like, demonstrate this a couple of more times. That way you guys understand the gravity of how dangerous hero mode actually is. And also, the fact that we need to... Whoa, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, sometimes it can be a little bit weird, climbing up that pillar. So there we go. That's like my second mistake already. Like, the first mistake was when I brought up the help screen by accident. So that's going to cost us some time, but whatever. Not a huge deal. I'm just sort of demonstrating this, not trying to go for, like, a record or anything like that. And also, this really isn't a category that is considered a world record. It's just sort of like a fun little glitch that you can show off. Alright, so we need to do that one more time. That way we can actually get to the game over screen, and then the fun starts to begin. So, let's do this once more, guys. I apologize for the delay. But, once this happens, the rest of the glitch will go by pretty quickly. So, bam, there we go. This is something you might not have seen in my Let's Play. It is the game over screen of Skyward Sword. So now that we got this, it's kind of embarrassing. I do want to continue, though, so we're going to do that. And, the second you hit A, also hit the home menu button and the reset button. That way you can, like, pretty much restart. And now... well, things are going to be a little bit different. It's going to send us back to the main menu of the game, but yeah, that's kind of weird, right? We got voided out. The menu looks really weird. That's not how it's supposed to look at all. And dang, what is going on with the map of Skyloft, huh? It's pretty odd. So, we didn't actually save, but we do want to do that now. We'll do this in this weird, like, glitchy version of Skyloft. This is like the menu version of Skyloft, so... thankfully, these save statues are still fully functional, so real quick, let's just highlight the save option, and also at the same time, load back into hero mode, because, why the heck not? And, yeah, the sound kind of glitched out there, which means we probably got it to work. We just have to, rewatch or reskip all these cutscenes real quick, and, once we get back into the Knights Academy... you might notice a couple of things are going to be a little bit different with, Link. So let's see if this worked correctly. And ta-da, there we go. Hey, check it out. We got a new sword, got a new uniform, we got a ton of rupees now. That's pretty dang neat. And we also have like 2 more hearts that are empty, so, I wonder what that's about. Kinda weird, right? I mean, we just started the game. We shouldn't have all that stuff. But hey, I'm not complaining. So this glitch is actually called Back in Time. It's a fairly complicated glitch, so I'll try to explain it. By continuing and resetting at the same time, we force the game to spawn us into the main menu map. Now, the main menu version of Skyloft is technically its own save file, if you will. So, while in that save file, we can sort of force the game to load properties from other save files by performing actions. So, because we saved on the, back in time version of the save file, it actually calls up properties from save file 3, and then because we immediately loaded our hero mode save file, it applied those to that save file. So basically, the game right now thinks we're at the end of the game, gave us all of our items, max rupees, stuff like that, but, we just technically started by selecting the file, so it's kind of confusing. Hopefully, that makes sense. Basically, the game just thinks we're at the end of the game now. So, since the goal of this game is to defeat Demise, and we're technically able to, what do you say we go and defeat Demise, just to prove that this glitch does work, and you can beat the game using this method. I'm not sure why you would want to do it this way, because as I said before, I don't think this is a legit speedrun category, so you really have no reason to do this other than to maybe show off to a friend. Plus, I mean, you have to beat the game already once just to pull it off anyway, so it really doesn't have a purpose. I mean, it's definitely a cool trick, but it's really nothing more than just that. Now, at this point, the glitch is already done. Like, once you get the game to load those properties from save slot 3, you're good to go. So, I mean, the rest of the game is going to be standardized, what you would expect, nothing really too special. I guess it might be interesting to see me fight Demise with the double damage, since I am a tad out of practice. Haven't actually played Skyward Sword since I beat the game for my Let's Play, but, I still think I remember my basic strategy, so I'll probably be fine for the most part. But, yeah, so we're back in time. All we have to do, go down to the bottom of the sealed ground, enter that portal, and, fight Demise. Pretty exciting, right, guys? I mean, it's not like we haven't seen this before. Let me actually equip my shield, because, yeah, I am not confident in my ability to do this fight without the shield. Plus, the shield just makes it so much easier for me. Obviously, we also had like a couple of potions and stuff like that. I think those are part of the back in time save, which is pretty neat. So we could use those if we need to, but we probably won't need to. At least I hope we don't. This should be a fairly quick fight versus Demise. So shut up, Fi. Let me enter the portal. Let's do this and finally take on the final boss of this game. Part 1, the finale. I was actually going to like make this an April Fool's video a couple years back where I titled it Skyward Sword Part 1 the finale, and then I would just like do that glitch and then go and fight Demise, and that would be like the entire video. There would be no context or me explaining the glitch whatsoever. It would just be me starting the game and then going directly to Demise, just because I kind of wanted to confuse people. But that whole like content ID thing happened, so I put it off, and then by the time, like, I was able to bypass Constant ID, I was, like, ready to do the entire game, so I figured I might as well just do the entire game instead of, like, trolling people, because I knew a couple of people would have gotten mad at me for that, but, it was kind of funny at the time. Alright, so, ooh, we actually knocked him down. Nice, not bad. We're actually doing surprisingly well on this first phase. Ooh, knocked him down again. Hey, phase 1 already done. Well, that was actually a lot quicker than I expected. So, yeah, this fight's basically over, because this part is not hard at all. The only difficult thing is going to be not getting hit by his Skyward Strike. So, come on, Lightning, help me out here. Give me a charge, man. That'd be nice. There we go. Alright, fight's pretty much over at this point now. It's kind of funny how, like, as soon as you get your first charge, you can pretty much just trap Demise in a cycle where you just stun him over and over again. Ooh, that was a little bit close. Kind of scary there. But, yeah, man, I kind of forgot how easy this fight actually is. For whatever reason, I always think this fight is a lot harder than it is. But, I mean, that's just because the first time I played this game, this fight gave me so much trouble, guys. You have no idea. I'm not even sure why. Like, I think I just didn't understand how it worked. Ooh, wow, he actually got hit on me there. Dang. Good job, Demise. Good job. Yo, give me a charge real quick. There we go. And, oh, man, we just canceled it out. Uh-oh, that's not good. Doing some damage there, Demise. I don't appreciate it, man. Not one bit. Don't worry though, it's not going to happen again because as soon as we knock him down, we can deliver the final blow. Ta-da! Just like that, baby. Easy peasy. Alright, so yeah, that is pretty much how you go about beating this game in under 10 minutes, I guess. Probably could have done that a little bit faster if I didn't make those mistakes. And, you know, I was actually better at fighting demise. But you know what, that's good enough for this demonstration. I'll just go ahead and very quickly skip all these cutscenes. That way I can show you guys that yes, it does go directly to the credits. You know, it does count as you technically beating the game. And ta-da! There we go. This is the beginning of the credit sequence. So, yeah, that's pretty much it for this video. So, if you guys enjoyed this video, a like rating would be greatly appreciated. If you want to see more, consider subscribing. But once again, guys, my name is Matt. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you in the next one.